All right. Let me wait just a few seconds while I finish muting the lines.
Good morning,
We
Elizabeth
might be able to
Atlanta.
squeeze that shout out. Yeah, you got it in. Yes, you did. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. It's finishing up the mute. Okay, it's hey, fantastic guys. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood of Akana. We want to welcome everybody to Wake Up to Akana. That's what we do on Mondays. We wake up to Akana. We wake up to positive energy, positive motivation, and moving forward. And we do it with one of the greatest persons, I think, in the whole wide world, definitely one of the hardest working folk in the world. And we wonder when does she go to sleep, but she tells me she does get some sleep. So she understands the uh, the necessity in getting that rest. But we pray for our CEO, Melissa Boston. Listen, guys, if you don't know who she is, if you're here and a guest, or not a guest, but a new distributor with us, we want to welcome you to Wake Up to Akana. And this CEO, she's not new to the game, but she has made a purpose in her heart and in her spirit to make Akana become $1 billion big. And we're following her to the promised land. So listen, are you ready? Get your pen, get your paper, and receive from our own CEO, Melissa Boston. Take it away, Melissa.
Hey, Dr. Roz. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, my goodness. Super excited this morning. So happy to be on the line. Yes, we are in this season. Sometimes we become team no sleep, but we are getting some sleep. I can assure you that. In fact, had the opportunity to wake up here in our beautiful headquarters, guys. You know, we have an awesome energy spa and just so many things happening here at Akana. And it is always great when we can actually take some time out in the midst of the busyness and infuse ourselves with this awesome energy, okay? And so that's what I am doing right now. But I want to just say good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody who is on the line. Just appreciate each and every one of you dialing in from coast to coast. And when I hear you, Dr. Roz, give me these amazing accolades, I really have to throw it back to you. I mean, you're so modest. I mean, you're here graciously every Monday introducing our callers, someone who's an Emerald Director, you know, our VP of Communications. I remember when we first met, and just to see how our relationship has evolved since then. I mean, again, we say in this business all the time, you know, we start off as strangers and then business partners, then friends, then family. So just appreciate you for all that you do, and just want to tell everyone on the line, you know, again, welcome. The meaning of Akana means in the hands of God. Our mission, we believe health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. By offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. And so I'm going to give some quick updates. We have a super busy day today. A lot of great things happening, guys, but can you believe it? There are 2 weeks left before the end of the year. I mean, we are about to hit a brand new year, and that is just unbelievable how time, you know, how fast time flies. But it's also an exciting time to really reflect on what we've achieved, you know, to learn from each year, to grow from each year as we go into the next year. And so I'm going to give you just a few updates because I know you want to know, hey, what's happening here in the world of Akana. And if you don't know, we have continued a holiday push where we are offering 10% off retail site-wide on all products, all the way from $1 all the way up to $900. Also, too, you know, we actually are doing something today, and it really was inspired by just so many people's reaction, you know, to the coffee. And I don't know if you were on the call last night, hopefully you were, but the certification was off the chain, okay? And one of the messages from the certification was, how would you like to get paid every time you or someone you know takes a shower, okay? Because we have what? Our Renew 3-in-1 for your hair, your body, your face. How would you like to get paid every time someone you know drinks coffee, okay? What if you're getting paid every time someone you know eats or has a meal, okay? Whether it's something like our fuel with our Choco Berry Vanilla Bliss. Well, we know that coffee is one of those products that is so exciting because if you're like me, and many of you, right, because I hear it all the time, we can't live without it, right? We love it. It is so good. It is amazing. And when you think about coffee behind water, it's the second largest commodity that's consumed, okay? So just know how huge coffee is. I mean, think about Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, they are Dunkin' Donuts, but their logo is a cup of coffee because they know that most of the people come to Dunkin' Donuts not for the donut, but for the coffee, okay? And so think about the people in your life who love to wake up every day to a cup of coffee. And so imagine if you could put your business in position to have a few residual based customers month after month just because you did something super fun and super thoughtful during the holiday season. And here's what I know. I know we get busy. Everybody's busy. And sometimes you just haven't had a chance to do all the little things you want. I hear people talking about, I'm getting my Christmas cards out. I'm doing this, my holiday this. But again, we just haven't gotten all the way done. We know that Christmas is around the corner. We know we have a few days left, so it can still make the deadline and get there in time, okay? And so what we're going to do is for those of you who really have made your list and you have people that you're going to send some stuff to, but I want you to make another list. And that list is going to include your coffee lovers, right? Who do you know that love coffee, okay? Because I think when you really think about it, we have an opportunity with this product, not just to replace a habit, right? We know most coffee, isn't the healthiest coffee, even though coffee does have health benefits, okay? Especially if you're blood type A, okay? We're the only blood type, but coffee is medicine for us, right? But guess what? When it's healthy coffee, there's benefits for all blood types. So, and when we formulated this, it was really with every blood type in mind to make this one of the healthiest coffees on the planet. And so just think about the goodness you can spread. When you think about someone, whether it's your brother, whether it's your sister, whether it's your mom, your grandma, right, your grandpa, who do you know that has to have that morning cup of coffee? And who would you love to bless this season and have Akana ship that bag to them with a beautiful note, not only a note that really shares with them holiday sentiment, but also, too, a note that really shares with them the power of our coffee, the benefits of our coffee, and how you have blessed them, how you have gifted them to have this coffee for the holiday. Because here's what we know. We know that people, when they try something that they really love, that tastes phenomenal, it takes more than one, right? We don't want to just send a sample. It takes more than one. And so we're going to actually make it available where not only can you send the full bag, right? But there's even going to be a sample option for those of you who say, I have some folks that I would love to bless, but guess what? I just know that I probably want to do a 7-cup sample, not the full 30-cup sample. And so right now, the 30-cup is already on the site. And so if you decide that you want to partake in this and you have a few people, the way you have to do this is the coffee must be ordered as a standalone, which means you can't order it with anything else. And you're able to put their name there for the ship to, okay? And so when we see any of those ship tos today for coffee, we're going to double check to see if it's coming from a distributor account and the name has been changed, or maybe you actually know or have signed up a few people, maybe like me, like I know my mom's account, right? I know several people in my family's account. And so maybe you decide to keep it simple so that you don't have to change the address. You go place that order right in their account. Either way, we're going to send that beautiful note on your behalf. It's going to explain this magnificent coffee. And again, not only will you have the opportunity to do this with the 30-cup coffee bag, but you're also going to have a chance to do this with our 7-cup coffee bag as well, because that will be loaded just for this particular specific thing that we're doing for the holiday, okay? Because that little 7-cup of coffee will make a great stocking stuffer, right? But if it's someone who you know you want to give them the full bag, then guess what? You can do that as well. Because I'm super excited about that, guys, because when we have sold coffee in the past, one of the things we've understood about coffee, it's demonstrable, right? You can try it. You can get your experience right away. And knowing that this coffee not only has the green tea in it, and we know that every blood type needs green tea every single day. There's catechins in that green tea and antioxidants, but the green coffee bean, right? And that's phenomenal because that lowers the acid in the coffee. You know, green coffee bean is before it's roasted. So these are the true antioxidants that lie within the coffee. And what I really love about something like coffee, even though you hear coffee sometimes does get a bad rap because you know what most people are drinking. They not only drink the coffee, but they get the mocha lattes and all the sugar and all the crap. But whenever you really look and study coffee beans and the antioxidant power of just a regular coffee bean, not even the green coffee bean, you'll be so blown away. Because one of the things that really got me into coffee years ago as a brand and as really supporting it, whether it was with the company or whether we're creating our own, was the fact that it said that many people get the majority of their antioxidants through the cup of coffee they drink. Because a lot of people aren't eating their fruits and vegetables. Not to say don't eat fruits and vegetables, right? You want to eat loads of them, but the point is there's some health benefits that they've learned that coffee drinkers have. I know when my brother was diagnosed with diverticulitis, his doctor told him, you have to start drinking coffee. And guess what? Coffee started helping make him regular. My grandfather, who turns 97 years young in a few months, I mean, he gets up every day and he drives to McDonald's and gets a cup of coffee. I mean, that's his habit. He used to make the coffee, right? Now, he likes to get up and get out and go buy that cup, okay? But the reality is we know that coffee is just a staple, not just here in this country, but around the world. And as we're talking billion-dollar big, right? As we're talking, expanding our business around the world, it really is going to start with products that people wake up every day. And guess what? That's the first thing on their mind, right? And so it's such a game changer. Hopefully you probably at least have a few people that you want to ensure you bless so that we can help you build your autoship and residual customers. But sometimes it starts with things like giving a gift, giving a sample, okay, letting people try it. And so what I want to do also, in addition to announcing the push that we're going to do today with this whole, I guess we can call it our secret Santa coffee, right? But it's not secret because they're going to know it's you. But also, too, we do have several events happening this week that you really want to pay attention to. I know this Friday, make sure you support Second Chance for Life. That is the nonprofit, the 501c, ran by Tracy Bolton and Audrey Jones. I know Crystal Robinson's been there as well, working with them. And so I know they're going to do a phenomenal event this week because they're giving away coats and toys. And I want to thank you on behalf of Tracy because many of you reached out to Dr. Ross to see how you could support. Some of you sent Zelles and just showing your support. Some of you have brought toys up to the office. This is really, really the time of year in which we know so many families are struggling right now. So many kids could wake up this holiday season and just not feeling, like they have anything they're going to get or receive. And so we could be the impact. We could make the difference. And so, Akana, we want you to show up and show out and really help Second Chance for Life, have a phenomenal coat and toy drive. I know they do have all their coats. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they won't turn away any coats if they're brand new coats they're giving away, and also brand new toys. Or in lieu of gifts, you could actually just donate money, okay? And so, and then we have another event coming up, and that's going to happen on Saturday. And this is being led by Team Contagious, Crystal Robinson, and it's open for all teams to collaborate. I know Dr. Yakeem is going to be there. Many of you have wanted to really pick her brain and learn about this THCA because she is certified in THC. She is a cannabis specialist, and so you want to know exactly, how to utilize these products, guys. But what's exciting about this Saturday, okay, I'm going to drop some sneak previews through Facebook, and you're going to see some of those. But we have everything like even a cannabis butter coming, right? So she's going to be infusing the butter, but what if you could buy the butter, okay, already infused? Also, too, Crystal's going to be there, and she's going to be infusing the brownies. But what if you could buy brownies already infused and even buy a kit where it's already pre-done for you. All you got to do is add your water. If you're a vegan, you can add your flaxseed or something in replacement of eggs. If you're not a vegan, guess what? You can add your eggs and mix it up. You know, you're able to dose out your cannabinoids, put it in the oven. And so we're super excited, guys. We're calling that our Bake and Bloom series because we're going to have a few items that you can do that with, even for those of you who are breakfast people and would love to do something for the holiday, like an infused morning breakfast with some pancakes. Okay, we have that too. And even honey. So Dr. Yakima is going to first show you how to infuse honey. So you're going to actually be able to purchase some THCA that you can take and just infuse your own honey. But guess what? We're also offering honey that's already infused. And so these are great ideas for, again, last minute shoppers, things that you can put in stocking stuffers. We're going to have a wrapping station there. So whatever you buy, if you want to get it wrapped up, guess what? We'll be able to wrap that up for you. And for those of you who are out of state, we want to encourage you to tune in. I know you're going to see some Facebook Live. We'll see if we can't put it on Zoom because I know the information is going to be powerful, but we really want you to go ahead and take ownership, as Mooney would say, okay, and host your own event in your own city and really make it a phenomenal Saturday, okay? And that event, I know it's going to start, I believe, at 1 p.m., but check social media because you're going to see flyers circulating out there, dropping in support of that event this Saturday. Now, we have another event this weekend, okay? And that is a special Christmas party on Sunday. And so we really want to celebrate those of you who can make it. It's going to be kind of a spa theme, but not really because you're going to be able to dress, you know, comfortable and cozy. We call it just comfy and cozy, you know, but it's going to be at 2 p.m. on Sunday, the 22nd. And so what's going to be fun about this event is not only will we have, you know, some refreshments, we're going to have some mixers and some coffee and some cocoa. I mean, just, again, it's going to be just a fun day, but we're going to also have drawings for some free spa services. And we will have some of our massage team there doing complimentary chair massages, where all you would then do is give them a tip, please. We always welcome our tips to our masseuse, okay? But that's going to be just an amazing day. We're going to have certain things where you can spin the wheel, and if you spin the wheel, you're going to actually have a chance to get different sorts of services and things of that nature, but it's going to be a fun day. We're going to drop a flyer on social media, but yes, we're having a Christmas party, a holiday party on Sunday, and it's going to be a collaboration between Akana and Soul Massage. In fact, we've already set the mood and the atmosphere because we have a whole Akana area, and it's all blinged out in the spa, okay? We have all the rose gold. We even have a rose gold Christmas tree, okay? And so you're going to have an opportunity for some great social media pictures. We have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 Christmas trees. Oh my God, guys, we have 4 Christmas trees. And thank you, Tracy Bolton, really inspiring me to get the into the holiday spirit, I guess you can call it, okay? I call Tracy Mrs. Christmas. If you ever spend a Christmas with Tracy, you're gonna know she is Mrs. Christmas. She's gonna have, you know, the Santa gifts. She's gonna have the trees everywhere. She loves Christmas, and she does it better than anybody I've seen, okay? But she does it big. And so we've done Christmas before here. We've done the Christmas tree thing here. Sometimes we don't. And so we pulled all our trees out, okay? So we pulled all of our trees out. Tracy even brought us some decor from her home. And so we have taken this place and turned it into a holiday festival, okay? And what I love about that is it really, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, right? I mean, we know there's Kwanzaa. We know that many people celebrate other things, and some people celebrate Christmas, right? So whatever you do or don't celebrate, what I love about the holiday is just the festive look of everything, okay? And then just the music that's playing. I mean, we've been playing some Jennifer Hudson because she's got a new Christmas album, if you don't know. But that just puts you in this mood of family. Like for me, it's like when I really get into the mood of it, it's such a good feeling. I think sometimes we can be a little bah humbug just because we're so busy with life, right? And sometimes as the kids are grown, you just feel like, well, what's the point, right? But sometimes you need a little holiday spirit infused into you. And you know what I'm talking about. And so sometimes it's about doing it because it really not only infuses yourself with holiday joy, but you start becoming like team contagious, right? Everybody around you gets the holiday joy, and it really does put a smile on your face. And so if you may have been a little down this holiday season, perhaps there's things going on in your life, I believe you should make sure, you make sure you show up on Sunday, because I'm telling you, it's going to put some joy, in your heart. It's going to put a smile on your face, and we're going to have a phenomenal time, a phenomenal time. And so if you need to have some fun, if you need to just have some fellowship, if you want to just connect with the team, it's going to be an epic day, and we don't want you to miss it, okay? And so speaking of things not to miss, there's also something coming up on New Year's. That's going to be a little bit different. There's only a few of these that are going to be made available because this is surrounding really this whole experience we're creating for New Year's for those of you who just really want to take maybe 2 or 3 or 4 people in your circle and just to create an elevated, upgraded event somewhere safe where you can have, just a great place to hang out, plus have massage services. So just if that's something that's on your radar, stay tuned because we're going to be showcasing that pretty soon. But I want to now talk about the Ageless Body Boot Camp, okay? And this is something I really want each and every one of you to pay such close attention to. I know it's just always so heartbreaking, right? When we hear, so many times things are happening, with our own families, with people maybe we don't even know. Sometimes we just see it on social media. But the bottom line is, oftentimes, and it's people in their 50s, it's like people in their 50s right now. I feel like there's an attack that I've seen with people that are so young in their 50s, but there's things that are happening, whether it's heart attacks, people not waking up the next day. And so we often sometimes just are so busy living life, we take that breath for granted. But that breath isn't guaranteed, right? And so we want to be thankful for every breath, right? Every moment we wake up, just have gratitude in our heart. And I'm excited about the Ageless Body Boot Camp because it's going to give us an opportunity to really rally our family and friends, because we know we've been trying our best to get our family and friends into this whole, flat belly lifestyle, doing the cleanse. But this is something I really, truly believe it's going to be a game changer, because so many times, we are more about sometimes the cosmetics of it, right? We can tell people about the kidneys, the heart, or this, but you show them a picture of Ernestine and you say, and guess what? And here's the crazy part about it. By the time we do this boot camp, she's going to be 64, y'all. Do y'all know that? She's going to be 64. So I've been telling people, you know what? This woman is 64. I had 2 women there yesterday at the energy spa, and they could not believe. They were just like, she took the picture from me. She showed the other lady, and I was telling them about the Ageless Body Boot Camp, how we can look young and be young at every age. We don't get older, we get better. And by the time they left, they were in tears. They were like, wow, no one's given us this kind of information, how we can get ourselves healthier, how we can overcome these problems. And so we've got to inspire people. And I believe this Ageless Body Boot Camp is going to be something that's going to inspire people, and it's going to save lives, because we all need accountability. Because we know sometimes people get off track. I'm not saying no names, because I'm sometimes get off track myself, even though I eat pretty relatively healthy, I guess you can say. But at the end of the day, I know I can do 1,000 times better. And do you feel me on that, right? We try to do our best, but we can always do better. And in doing better is how we get better. That's how we improve our health. That's how we detox the body. Because again, life is unfair to those who are unaware. We know we have a bioscan. We know about the 7-day cleanse and the 21-day cleanse. So guess what? Why are we not utilizing it more? A big reason why we're not utilizing it more is because sometimes we just fall back into our same old habits. And so I'm going to challenge everyone, if you have not done a cleanse, okay, in the last 6 months, okay, I'm talking to you. If you've done one and it was outside the last 3 months, I'm talking to you. If you have not done a cleanse in the last year, I'm talking to you. Because here's the thing, just like eating broccoli, our cells are constantly renewing and they're duplicating. And if we are not giving our cells, the health benefits of the cleanse, and you've seen Mooney and his skin go exponentially better, go from those yellows and blues with some greens to mainly greens and a few blues. I mean, that is amazing, right? But guess what? He's been consistent and diligent at cleansing his body several times per year. Look at what Dr. Roz does, and you see her results. And so guess what we got to do? We've got to make up our mind and understand that we know that tomorrow's not promised. We have too much good information we've been blessed with. We know too much to allow this information to fall on deaf ears. So let's collectively, as a company, right, do this challenge. Do it not just because we want an ageless body on the outside, but we want an ageless body on the inside. We want to make sure we kick off our 2025 with the right mindset, and we continue that process of cleansing throughout the year, because at the end of the day, we know that the bioscan, right, is a telltale sign of many of the things happening. And I would challenge everyone, get that to be your motivation. Take your bioscan. If you're a wellness coach, get that bioscan done. Do those screenshots and be ready to join us on January the 6th for the Ageless Body Boot Camp, okay? And so I'm going to also take a moment, because I almost forgot to do this at the beginning of the call, but I've got to give a shout out for our certification. Kathy Weathersby, first and foremost, I know how diligent you've been over the last few days of really having intention in getting this certification on point. I know then Dr. Betty got involved, and she's been so diligent, and you guys have been doing private meetings, really ensuring there's intention with every certification. We really get it back on track. And it was exciting to see almost 50 people on the line. And we really didn't have a chance to promote it as much as we wanted to, but to still see almost 50 people. I believe our next one, we can double those numbers. But just the entire team of what you delivered last night was truly something special. So thank you, Kathy Weathersby. Thank you, Dr. Betty. Thank you, Margaret Dorsey. Thank you, Willie Mooney. Oh, my goodness. I mean, they both also knocked it out the park. It was so awesome watching you, Margaret, not only do what we knew you were going to do, which is shut it down with the pluggers, teach that strategy, but also you were very intentional with your approach and the process, and even reminding us, the campaign that's coming up in April, just keeping us on point every step of the way, being so diligent with all of your different nuggets. So that was awesome. And then Mooney, oh my goodness, that compensation plan, you took it to a whole nother level. I mean, absolutely shut it down last night. If you have not watched this certification, guys, you want to watch the replay, even if you watched it. But if you haven't seen it, you want to go back and watch it. It's going to be one for the records, I'm telling you. And even the energy and the chemistry between Kathy and Dr. Betty was awesome. I mean, you guys probably could have went the whole night. I mean, they were just flowing, really showcasing our products, demonstrating our products. I mean, this is really the way certification should be. And they created it. They created and set the bar. They've raised a new bar, a new level with our certification. And again, just phenomenal strategy. And so this month, guys, what are we going to do? We're going to keep pushing for our CV, because we want you to get your points for Bermuda so that you can be with the team in Bermuda. So every month, you don't want to miss your CV, because you're going to have those who did it in November got double points. December, guess what? You're going to get your points. January, February, and March, right? So you have several more months to add up these points and get on this trip, okay? And so we're going to announce the big winners in April. In fact, we're going to showcase that during our April 19th and April 20th Battle of the Blood Type, kind of a mini conference we're doing as we're preparing then for our May event. And if you don't know that, we're in Florida in May. I know there's about 40 of you that have won a trip to Florida, so we're super excited about that. But really this month, we want to set that tone. We want to keep making this our December domination. We want to push for that CV. We want to follow the plugger strategy. I mean, every leader. You know, when Margaret set the tone and then Mooney came back behind her talking about this plugger strategy and following it, being intentional with that. So you want to get those pluggers, and what did she say? Have at least 15 with you, okay? You know, take those pluggers with you. You know, you can leave them strategically in certain places, guys. And so again, that is just an awesome strategy. We want to follow that strategy because we know that when we follow the strategy, we have products that can change lives, products that can save lives, and we have a comp plan, as Mooney so eloquently shared, that absolutely is one of the most lucrative compensation plans in the industry of network marketing for people that are really wanting to build a real solid business, because most comp plans are built for the top 1%, okay? You know, and that's why we built this the way we built it, and that's why it pays out the way that it pays out, because we've been in those companies where the top leaders always win, right? I was one of those leaders, right? One of the people, and I would travel and be in places, I'm like, wait a minute, I want my team with me. I want to build something where people can win. And in our company, guys, we bring dozens of people with us when we go on these trips, right? Even when we were in Jamaica, okay? That was awesome. And we're going to keep doing it big, big, and big, and bigger and bigger, okay? And so with that being said, now that we've shared a lot of the upcoming events that's happening for the next 6 weeks, I want to, again, close it out with this December domination. We're going to do it big this month. This is going to be a huge month for us as it compares to all the other months of the year. And I already see that. It's a great trend we're already on. So let's make sure you go secure your bags of coffee and you ship those to the ones you love. Look out for our 7-cup coffee. That's going to be hitting the website soon. And with that being said, we want to also remind you to jump on our Rebound with Akana with DJ Dr. Roz. We want to save our strands today at 2:30 p.m. And tomorrow, you do not want to miss the Diamond Factory with Dan Johnson. I mean, oh my goodness, I kept hearing his name last night because, again, he shut it down during these trainings. And if you're missing them, you're missing nuggets that you can use to take your business and your life to the next level. So don't miss it. And with that being said, I want each and every one of you to have an Akana day. We're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top.
Melissa. Oh, dear, she's gone. Melissa. Oh, sugar.
Miss Melissa.
Melissa.